Jason Aviator has a question. Jason asks, I recall... Let's see if I can do my chat plugin. Yeah, here we go. I recall you mentioned at least once a process of copy-pasting the OSD configuration from one quad to another. Do you have a video where you view these steps? I don't. But here. So, Jason, I will be honest with you about the way that I actually do it. Where's my... That's what I get for cleaning my desk. Should never clean my desk. I won't find what I'm looking for. Never clean, people. If you want to be able to find your shit. Never clean. Okay, good to know. Keep that in mind. By the way, I haven't forgotten the poll. We're going to get to the poll a little later in the stream, but I haven't forgotten. What I do is I set up a preset. I have my own custom GitHub repo for Betaflight presets, okay? And I have an OSD preset that I made where I can just quickly set it up exactly how I want it. Now, a lot of people will not enjoy doing this because it involves using GitHub, which is, let's see, Git bash here. And it involves knowing how to set these presets up and so forth. So here in the firmware presets, I have presets 4.3 OSD, and here's my OSD presets file, which just for perspective, here's what it looks like. And if you have a little bit of background in like XML, HTML, JavaScript, any kind of programming background, like I just look at what other people do and I'm like, oh, I see this option. And so I just copy other people's work and modify it, like, right? So that's how I do it. But if you don't want to do all that nonsense, then what you need to do is you need to copy these lines from your CLI dump. All of the lines that begin with set OSD, and I also like to copy the set VCD video system, although that's only if I know the video system that I'm going to be using. Set OSD. Okay? So just copy all the set OSD lines and paste them into the new quad, and you're good to go. And by the way, this is how I use GitHub. For those of you who are like, well, I don't know, GitHub seems complicated. Look, this is how I use GitHub. I press the up arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, till I see this line. This is the beginning of the process of updating the GitHub repo. And then I just hit enter. And then I do the next one. And then I do the next one and I modify the commit name. And then I do the next one and I'm done. I literally could not remember. I probably could at this point, but I literally could not create these commands from scratch. I simply go up, 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 up. Okay, 2, 3, 4, done. I updated my GitHub repo. That's me. I should make a batch file out of it, for goodness sake. It'd be easy. You can also type get OSD, by the way, and it'll just show you those lines if you prefer. Brian, why is it funny that I have Git in a Dropbox? Am I doing something dumb and I don't know it? Oh, it's funny because I see. It's funny because Git is already reproduced all over the place. So why am I using Dropbox to do it? Why don't I just download the repo on another computer using GitHub? I see. I see your argument. Yeah, good point. But this way on my laptop, the files are always updated and I never have to learn one more GitHub command to do like a checkout or whatever it is that updates it. See, I don't know. Um, I'm not interested in using a GUI. I've heard enough people say that you should learn GitHub. That GitHub GUI is easy right up until you hit a use case that they didn't expect, and then it screws you. Then again, I'm not really learning GitHub commands anyway, so there you go.